all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be recapping Season 1 of Call of the Night. This is the fourth and final part of my series, which will be covering episodes 10 through 13. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to dive into episode 10. Midori needs to find someone to cover a shift at the vampire-themed maid cafe where she works. Someone who won't overshadow her, and eventually persuades Nazuna to take the shift. Ko comes in to watch Nazuna's debut shift, which goes poorly. Nazuna refuses to follow the script, ignores the cutesy lines, and basically roleplays as maid who's been on break since 2004. Ko watches Midori at work and is impressed by her charm. Ko, meanwhile, is served by another maid, Arisa, who actually likes maid cafes and doesn't seem like she's actively rebelling against her uniform. After the shift, Midori plans a photo dump for the cafe's social media until she finds several suspiciously spicy shots in the shared folder. Ko peeks and realizes every single photo is of Arisa. Just Arisa. Nobody else. It's the Arisa OnlyFans. Midori, smelling scandal, recruits Ko to help catch the culprit. Nazuna and Yamori take on surveillance duty like two blood-powered mall cops. They examine the angles and Ko realizes these are not your typical clumsy creep shots. Ko realizes the photographer is selfie-savvy. Suddenly, Ko has an epiphany and sets out to catch the culprit with Nazuna and Midori's help. Yamori and Midori hide in a locker in an effort to find the culprit because nothing screams investigation like two people stuffed into IKEA storage. Where Ko reveals the photos were all taken while Arisa was alone, after the cafe had closed. As he's speaking, he reveals that he suspected the truth already. Arisa had taken the photos of herself, and when Nazuna grabs Arisa's phone, realizes she had used a timer to take them. Ko is asked how he figured it out, and he says the photos look too good to be taken quickly, as would be the case if one was sneaking around. He also mentions they're missing the type of photos often associated with the peeping Tom. Ko asks why Arisa did it. Midori spells it out. Arisa felt threatened when she lost her top maid status, so she invented a stalker to make herself relevant again and satisfy her desire for recognition. Not the healthiest coping mechanism, but definitely the most photogenic. Arisa plans on quitting the cafe because of the revelation. Midori says it's okay. All the cafe maids are working there out of some desire for recognition themselves. Nazuna decides to stay on at the cafe because of the pay. Ko is sitting at the bar when Arisa takes a seat next to him and expresses how she realized she takes too many selfies, spent too much time on them, and no one ever told her it was okay. She takes a selfie with Ko. Episode 11. Nazuna gives Ko a grand tour of her newly upgraded vampire bachelor pad, now with actual furniture, thanks to her maid cafe paycheck. She proudly shows off her big purchases, including a real bed and a lamp. Yes, a lamp. The luxury. She says it's all part of her plan to level up the cuddle buddy business, because nothing says premium snuggle service like functional lighting and somewhere to cuddle properly. Eager to help, Ko goes hunting for a customer and finds a tired-looking woman in glasses who practically screams burnt-out salary woman. He offers to chat like some kind of emotional butler. She listens, then casually drops a bomb. What he's doing violates labor laws, as in technically illegal, because he's a minor, and technically a cuddle pimp. But don't worry, she's not here to rat him out. She just suggests he maybe not advertise the business so openly next time. Then she drops her own surprise. She's a detective. She asks if he knows anyone named Akihito Akayama. He says no. She says liar, grabs him, apologizes like that makes it better, and tells him to let her know if he hears anything. Nazuna is not pleased when she hears what happened. Meanwhile, the detective mutters to herself that she got a bigger scoop than expected, like this is some kind of noir-themed scavenger hunt. Ko meets up with Mahiru and Akira. They head to the school after hours. Mahiru wants to look into the legend of the 7 school mysteries. He feels like verifying their validity is part of the adolescent experience, and he wants to share the experience with his friends. The others reluctantly agree. They find out Hanako isn't haunting the girls' bathroom, that the piano can't play when no one else is there, etc., debunking the school mysteries one by one. Then they investigate the mystery of a teacher who went missing roughly 10 years prior. Mahiru says it was never solved, and sometimes the teacher can be found standing in a classroom late at night. The group goes to investigate and finds an old man in one of the classrooms. The old man lunges for Akira. He's a vampire. After the boys fend him off, Ko recognizes him for what he is and wonders why he seems so distressed and unkempt. Wonders who he is. The man urges them to run when a woman appears, the detective. She offers her neck to the vampire. He drinks from her and starts getting sick. The detective rises and asks the kids if they know what a vampire is. The vampire says her blood tasted bad, and she realizes he hadn't eaten properly since he turned. He didn't want to become a vampire or know anything about them. The man says he was tricked. The detective comforts him, saying it's been a long time since he spoke to anyone. It's over now. He didn't understand he was a vampire for a long time, his craving for human blood. He feels foolish for falling in love with a vampire. The detective places a ring in the man's palm. She insists he remember the human he used to be. The vampire turns to dust in the morning, the ring held in his palm, having died as an honorable human in the eyes of the detective. The detective confirms the vampire's death. says he would have died naturally that day anyway. She introduces herself, Anko Uguisu, professional buzzkill and vampire specialist. Ko is immediately furious, like someone just spoiled the ending of his favorite anime. He demands to know why she had to kill the guy. Anko, clearly unimpressed, scolds him for talking big when he knows absolutely nothing about vampires. Like, not even the SparkNotes version. And coolly tells him she won't let him chase whatever fantasy he thinks he's living. She hands Ko's friends her business card like she's recruiting for a job that definitely includes dental but also occasional vampire dusting. As Ko walks off alone, everything hits him. He still knows absolutely nothing about vampires. Not the rules, not the risks, not even if they sparkle in sunlight. Spoiler, they don't. Just vibes and blood cravings. Episode 12. Ko reflects on how he knows nothing about vampires. Mahiru winds up in Anko's office admitting his confusion over everything. Ko realizes he needs to see Nazuna. Ko pushes Nazuna away from him when she admits she was on the verge of losing it because of lack of blood consumption. He can't get the man out of his mind. Ko explains what happened with the old teacher. Ko asks if that would ever happen to her, and she comforts him. She reveals the rumor. If a vampire doesn't drink for 10 years, they die. The pair reflect on Ko's encounter with Anko and what it means for him. He doesn't want to stop trying to be a vampire, but doesn't want Nazuna to get hurt because of him. Anko could kill vampires. Nazuna was surprised by that. Ko was scared like his friends, and he finally realized during the encounter vampires were dangerous. Nazuna is surprised he just noticed. He apologizes for being afraid of vampires earlier. She drinks from him, and he realizes he just needs to manage his fear now that he can recognize it for what it is. Mahiru asks Ko why he wants to become a vampire, if he really needs to in order to have fun. Mahiru asks if he wants to be something dangerous like the vampire at school, says they were happy to become close again after drifting apart. Mahiru asks Ko what he wants to do after he becomes a vampire. Ko thinks about the freedom it will provide, and then questions why he wanted to become one again. Was it Nazuna? No. He hangs out with Nazuna because he wants to become a vampire and fall in love. Or is the order mixed up? Mahiru urges Ko to really think about what it means to become a vampire. Ko wants to be held when he sees Nazuna again. They pay a visit to Ko's bedroom. Nazuna reveals that she knows Ko is feeling unsure about everything, and Ko reveals he wants to become a vampire because he likes the night. It's freeing. But he's also seen it's not all fun and games now. He doesn't want to hurt his friends, and continues to talk it out. Nazuna expresses how the day in school was his normal, and the night was different and exhilarating, but that exhilaration should slowly be dying as it becomes his new normal, and she admits that the life of a vampire becomes mundane over time. She lied to him. It's been decades since she became a vampire, and she's never been anything but bored. She only shows him the fun stuff because that's how she wants it to be. Ko pays a visit to Anko. Ko asks why she's so against him becoming a vampire. She explains it's because it's expected for humans to have conflicts with one another, but vampires shouldn't exist, and she can't allow conflict that wouldn't normally exist to happen. Vampires only create problems. She asks if he'll be okay drinking blood or denying himself until death. Anko wonders if he can even become a vampire. It's been a bit, and he hasn't turned yet. It's okay, he isn't, but that also makes him a liability for the vampires. She doesn't think Nazuna is safe either if he doesn't turn. They may both be murdered. He needs to decide his own fate. She presents him with an ultimatum: abandon his dream and she'll protect him, or die by her hand if he turns. She admits to wanting to kill all vampires, which she views as perversions of nature. He says no, she can't. He doesn't believe they're all evil. They understand human vulnerabilities and don't just cause misfortune, and doesn't agree with her reasoning. Ko won't let her. Anko makes a call to the police to report Ko and his nighttime activities and how concerning they are. Terrified, Ko scurries home, upset he didn't get to ask any questions of Anko, like how to kill vampires, why her blood tastes bad and his tastes good, why and how she knows so much about vampires. After seeing a police car, Ko hides at a playground and wonders what he should do. Hatsuka finds him there. Episode 13. Hatsuko drags Ko back to her place and promptly kicks everyone else out like a bouncer at an exclusive club. There, Ko discovers a surprising truth. Hatsuko is actually male. Meanwhile, Nazuna is convinced Ko's given up on becoming a vampire and pleads with Nico and the others to let him live. Nico flips out, like furious enough to start smashing furniture, and warns that Ko could spill their secrets to humans. Nico threatens to kill Ko herself because apparently it's bad vampire etiquette to kill each other. Nazuna fires back with a life-threatening comeback of her own. Nico wants to know what makes Ko so special anyway. Meanwhile, Ko admits to Hatsuko that he's not sure if he still wants to be a vampire and explains everything that happened recently. He admits vampires don't know much about vampires either, like humans don't always understand themselves. Hatsuko receives a picture from Nazuna of the table Nico Hatsuko smashed in her anger, making Ko realize that someone could try to kill him at any point if he doesn't become a vampire, and Nazuna is trying to protect him. Hatsuko reveals vampires don't have clear rules and doesn't know what will happen to him or Nazuna in the future. Hatsuko reveals that Nazuna is in more danger at the moment than he is. Hatsuko suggests turning Ko to solve all their problems, and as a fellow guy, Hatsuko feels as though they're the only one that can really understand Ko and turn him. Hatsuko reveals that all they have to do is trick his brain into thinking it loves them. It's not that difficult. Romantic attraction is like brainwashing anyway, and that's why their children are all happy and want Hatsuko around. Ko declines. He admits it's true. There is a big divide between men and women, and they don't understand each other, but the divide for him isn't about gender. He's never really understood anyone. Even so, he still wants to fall in love with Nazuna, although he's not prepared for the coming backlash. He doesn't want Nazuna to be bored either and rushes off. He arrives at the rooftop where he met Nico and friends before, to find the place torn up and Nazuna already gone. Nico alludes to a punishment given in exchange for his safety. Nico tries to dissuade Ko from going after Nazuna, saying Nazuna doesn't want to see him anymore, but he ignores Nico and goes off to find Nazuna after telling Nico to shut up. On his journey, Ko is approached by the cops and runs from them. As he's running, he realizes that Nazuna was the one who taught him how much fun the night can be. Nazuna reflects on how she lied to Ko, how she doesn't know how to have fun at night. She wonders why she lied to him. Ko finally finds Nazuna. He reveals how he was always bored until Nazuna came into his life. Meanwhile, Nico reveals she's going to let it go. They're going to be rooting for the lovebirds. The condition for their staying away is that Nazuna do whatever it takes to make Ko fall for her. At the same time, Ko demands to know what Nazuna's feelings are. She admits she's had fun and forgotten her boredom. She apologizes for lying. Ko says he had fun and knows he's going to fall in love with her. He promises he won't let her get bored and expresses how he wants them to be together. He's glad she's not hurt. Nazuna kisses Ko and promises that she'll become a vampire worth falling for. They're in this together now. And there you have it, my Call of the Night Season 1 recap, Part 4, which covers episodes 10 through 13. What did you think of my recap? Did I leave anything out? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue. Subscribe, ring that bell so you always know what's up, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye guys!